I'm gonna be real with you, man. I want to take a black race break. Straight up. Now, I know some of you all don't understand what I mean or where I'm coming from. So, I tell it to you like this, right? This past week, we had, I'm making it relevant, hold your horses. We had a so-called brother by the name of Poor Light, also known as Polite, charged and arrested for touching a young girl inappropriately. That comes from the conscious community, right? A couple weeks prior to that, we had Dr. Umar say, you see, I got a school now. And he's showing you the school, or us the school, and the lady saying the walls have mold in it, the ceiling has mold in it. Just a couple years back, we had a man by the name of Dr. Malachi York, claim that he has written over 1,000 books and he's from another planet, gets charged and sentenced to over 135 years for touching children in an inappropriate way. Rappers have came and gone. King Von, RFB Duck, Nipsey, Hustle, Fife Dog. I mean, people are leaving this planet. Black people, that is, prominent people that we're definitely gonna miss. And they're gone. Man, I'm telling you, I'm just through with the pain. You know how, like, when you fill out an application and then it says, in the check in this box or whatever, if you're black, white, Hispanic, and then it says other. I wanna take my melanin off, put it in the closet for a week, and check the check box that says other. I wanna know what it feels like to be other or white. Because being black right now, I'm not saying that I want to give up my blackness. That's not what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of advantages towards being black. I mean, one being, I don't even want to get into that. Only with the ladies, though. You know what I'm saying? Only with the ladies. But it's their advantages. I don't want to permanently give up my blackness. But I just want to take a break, man. Because we've been through so much. So much, man. And there's no outlet. There's no solution to any of our problems. The conscious community is gone. It's dead. Just think about this. Let's look at it like this, right? Say for example, okay, I'm Langston 2092, right? Say for example, you know what I'm saying, I start reading more books, I start, become aware of things, whatever. Numerology, Egyptology, all that stuff that you all like to hear, but y'all don't ever like really practice the shit, right? For those that do practice it, I mean, where's it really going? But at the end of the day, you all like to hear that shit, right? Chakras, all of that stuff, right? And I start talking, and then I want to form, I eventually form my own organization or whatever have you. And let's just say that I want to do things the right way, meaning that I got this little land in Nevis, right? So I want to turn the land into like a retreat, and I want to bring people down as somewhat similar to what Nature Boy was doing, right? Like I said, but I'm being sincere with it. I'm not sidestepping, I'm not hustling, I'm not taking advantage of women, children, or none of that. I'm just being real, right? Sincere. So I want to do that. Then I got the for real status correction. You understand? Like, I could repair your credit, I could do this, and this, but for real, not like polite. And then I want to open up a school here, but it's not like gonna be no Dr. Umar. Like, it's gonna be on some for real shit. My point in making is that when a sincere person wants to really do something, they're not gonna be able to do it. Not coming from the conscious community, because everybody's gonna say, yo, either that man's a child molester, he's a 2-bit hustler, he's a something. Do you understand that the conscious community has been stained with... I had to pause because it's a harsh reality. But the conscious community, the black conscious community, has been stained with pedophilia. Straight up. And that's a stain that can't be washed out. And that's the truth. The whites have the Catholic Church with the priest touching the little kids, and we have the conscious community with Polite and Dwight touching the little kids, and there's no telling who else touching little kids that's hiding behind these Egyptian names, these conscious names, these righteous names, that's hiding behind an Ankh, that's hiding behind a dashiki, that's hiding behind vegetarian food. And that's a harsh reality, but it is what it is. That's the reason why I got to take a break. Because the conscious community was meant for black folks to take a break. That's what it originally was meant for. It was a place of solace, a place that you can go to and people could understand who and what you are and what you're going through. That's what it was for. And now the conscious community is tainted, it's gone. So what else can you rely on but self? That's it. I'm not a part of no conscious community, not me. Ever. Don't put me there. Don't put me. Yo, let me tell you something, man. Common folks are talking about this Polite thing. And they're tying in Sinetta. I'm not lying, I forgot her name, but this was a regular chick that has a YouTube channel, and she got a couple thousand subscribers. She's a lawyer, and I'm not talking about the one that y'all know. That's not who I'm talking about. The one that was trying to put court cases on Polite. No. This is a regular black woman that got like a real low haircut. She's from Alabama, Mississippi. And she was talking about Polite, and she started talking about Sinetta, Dr. Umar, Young Pharaoh. She said Dr. Malachi. She don't know some of the names, but the people that were on her live was pronouncing it properly for her. What I'm trying to explain to you is common folks, people that work 9 to 5, your mother and your father that ain't conscious are finding out about this, and they're spreading it around. So now, if you're part of the conscious community, they're already affiliating you with pedophilia. That's why I told you in my new channel that the conscious community is done. It's over. It's over. You're going to have to rename whatever community that, whatever you want to rename the conscious community, you're going to have to rename it because it's tainted. You better do like the Nuwabians did. The Nuwabians were smart enough to rename their organization or themselves. Instead of calling themselves Nuwabians, they call themselves Sabians now. So now it's when somebody knows about Dr. Malachi York, right? The Sabians are not calling Dr. Malachi York Dr. Malachi York. The Sabians are calling Dr. Malachi York Pa Nabab Yanun. That's what they're calling Dr. Malachi York now. And the Nuwabians are not calling themselves Nuwabians anymore. They're calling themselves Sabians. Period. That's what the conscious community is going to have to do. And they're going to have to, for those that are left, they're going to have to detach themselves from the likes of Sinetta, Dr. Umar Johnson, Young Pharaoh, Polite, and Nature Boy. I forgot about that pedophile. Wow. I don't want to be in the black race right about now. I want to take a black race break. This is too much. Too much. Period. Just give me a week off. That's it. Period. This is... don't be no conscious rapper. You better not be a conscious rapper, because they're gonna tie you in with the conscious community. Nah, I ain't no conscious rapper. You know, I used to MC, and I'm making a comeback too. Straight up. I'm in the makings of making this song as we speak. Straight up. With my man Joe. Matter of fact, Joe Sig, which he's not a conscious rapper, he's coming out with his album called Enter the Jux, October the 8th. So that's a, shout out to him. I'll be previewing his joint, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get it popping. But you can't call yourself a conscious rapper. You can't tie yourself into the conscious community anymore. Any longer. Period. Because that is tainted with pedophilia. Today is Monday. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he said, Polite said he's gonna go live on Instagram at 5 p.m. That's Pacific time, but Eastern Standard Time will be 8, if I'm not mistaken. And in the background, you hear him playing Don't Believe It, Just Watch. He's making a fool of us. He's letting you all know that I'm going to continue living a lifestyle that I'm living, and these charges going to be dropped. I'm not even worried about it. Period. Just think about it, man. And I'm not going to listen, let me tell you something. If someone says something before I do, and I hear it, I'm going to give them their props. So I'm going to say this, because I didn't come up with this one, right? Inky said, Dr. Inky, Minister Inky, I don't know what he calls himself now. Inky said, right? He said that at the end of the day, which is true, the 90s, we used to celebrate our gangsters. They would beat charges. And the charges would be, how they got over on the government. However it was, street-wise, right? But just imagine Polite beating this case. And him being happy and proud that he beat 2 cases, because there was a first case of him doing the same thing, and he got away with it. So he beat 2 child molestation charges. That's where y'all are at right now? That's what Inky brought up, though. I didn't bring that up. I didn't think about that. And also, you're going to have to pay, you're going to have to say this too. Your teacher also beat 2 child molestation charges if he beats this on September the 15th, right? And he said it. He said that he don't care if Dwight York, also known as Dr. Malachi Z. York, touched 100,000 damn kids. That is his God. So your teacher, the person that you look up to, your teacher, Polite, his idol and his God is a child molester. That's crazy to me. When Inky said that, I was like, yo, I don't even want to hear no more of the video. Normally, I don't look at other people's shit. Period. But see, Inky, he was there since day one with Polite. And I remember that. See, some of you all are new to this whole conscious community shit. And some of you all think that I'm new to it because of the numbers, the views that I have on my channel, as well as the subscribers that I have. But I've been looking at Sinetta and all of them since 2009. I'm not new to this shit at all. Matter of fact, when I first broke out and said, you know what I'm saying, told my story about the Nubians and all of that shit, and me being a member, Sinetta texted me and was like, yo, I want you to be on my channel. And I told him, I said, nah, I could be on your channel, but you're gonna introduce me as an author, an MC, this, that, and so forth. We're gonna do it this way, or we ain't doing it at all. Cause you're not gonna make money off of me. You're not. Plain and simple. I've had my run-ins with Polite. He has chopped up some of my videos, edited some of my videos, and put it on his Instagram page and made me look stupid. I've done videos. I've done a shitload of videos of Polite, Nature Boy, Sinetta, Dr. Malachi Z. The list goes on. I'm not new to this. You are. So when I saw Inky doing videos, I'm like, yo, I gotta tune in. Because I know he got some real shit to say. Because he was there from the very beginning. He was there when since Polite's inception. It's just that you all weren't. Period. But you want to act like you know something now because you just jumped in it. Now I've been in this conscious community for over 20 something years. Period. I became conscious when I first heard Brand Nubian's Sunshine. Were you there then? Brand Nubian's first album. We were bumping that shit in the car. I was conscious wearing the beads and medallions. I was conscious when I first grew dreads in like 93. Y'all just new to it. Period. I read Behold Pale Horse, written by William Cooper, when it first came out. I read the autobiography of Malcolm X in 1993. Period. While y'all wasn't even a thought. Not even a thought. You weren't even swimming in your father's nutsack. But you want to act like you know something. Period. Yeah. No, you don't. You don't. So listen, this is a new wave to me. At least in the 90s, man, we have, at least I didn't know that we had, teachers that were touching little kids. And if we knew, it was gonna be a problem. But it seems like this new generation, the millennials and Generation Z, it seems like that you all accept everything. Y'all don't have no morals or principles or anything whatsoever. You don't mind a person being a snitch. You don't mind a person touching little kids and knocking little older people out and women out. Like, I know when it's time for me to go, I'm gonna be like, peace. Straight up. I want to see what the afterlife is like. Cause man, this life right here, woo. Oh man, I don't know what to say. I will say this. My name is Langston 2992. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, definitely share this video.